She'd buried her husband and both sons in a foreign land. Now Naomi walked back to Bethlehem with nothing but dust on her sandals and bitterness in her bones. "Call me Mara," she told the women who greeted her at the city gate. "God has made my life bitter. Don't call me Naomi anymore." But what the townswomen couldn't see was what happened the night before Naomi reached Bethlehem, the moment that haunted her more than the 3 graves she'd left behind in Moab. They'd camped at a crossroads. Ruth slept soundly, exhausted from the journey. Naomi sat alone by dying embers, staring at the fork in the road. One path led back to Moab. One continued toward Bethlehem. In the silver moonlight, she gathered her few belongings. She would leave before dawn. Ruth deserved better than following an old, bitter woman to a homeland that would reject her for being Moabite. Naomi moved silently, placing a small pouch of grain beside Ruth's sleeping form. She bent to kiss her daughter-in-law's forehead one last time. "Naomi!" Ruth's voice startled her. Ruth hadn't been sleeping at all. "Where are you going?" "Back to Moab," Naomi whispered. "You've given enough. I release you from your promise." Ruth sat up, her eyes glinting in the starlight. "You would abandon me here, alone?" "I'm saving you from myself," Naomi admitted, her voice breaking. "I have nothing left to give, not even hope." Ruth reached for Naomi's trembling hands. "Then I will hope for both of us." They sat in silence as the night stretched around them. "I've buried everyone I've ever loved," Naomi finally said. "Not everyone," Ruth answered. When morning broke, they stood together at the crossroads. Ruth never mentioned Naomi's midnight attempt to leave. She simply took the older woman's hand and led her toward Bethlehem. Years later, when Naomi held Ruth's son, her grandson, in her arms, she remembered that night, how close she'd come to surrendering to despair, how a young Moabite woman had taught an embittered Israelite about true faith. Sometimes the most faithful act is simply continuing forward when all hope seems lost.